What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video. In today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about Cyberpunk and why I genuinely think that Cyberpunk is a good game so far. Now, recently, it's been getting a lot of hate just because it's been so buggy and it hasn't really been working on old-gen consoles that well. Honestly, guys, that's expected from a game that's this new. I feel like they will fix it at some point. I mean, they have to. I mean, people paid money for this game. Like, they're going to have to fix it. But for me, on the Xbox One X, which is actually a previous gen console at this point, it works perfectly fine. I've only had it crash like once, and that's basically expected. I don't know how else to put it. It's expected to crash at some point. It's a new game. It came out like what, 2 weeks ago, I think, or like a week ago, a week and a half maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's a good game, so let's get into it. So before I get into my main points about why Cyberpunk is a good game, I just want to say that there might be some spoilers in the video, so please be wary about that. So let's go. So first thing I want to talk about is the campaign. Now, so far, I think it's really good. It's actually really interesting. I also like the fact that you have 3 different life paths that you can start off with: Nomad, Street Kid, and Corpo. I haven't played as Corpo or Nomad. I've just done the Street Kid. I feel like that's the most popular one because you kind of start off in the city. You don't start off outside of the city like Nomad, and I don't know how Corpo starts off. I'm not exactly sure. But it's really interesting. Obviously, in the end, the 3 life paths kind of come together and it just goes into the same storyline, but the beginnings are different, and I find that pretty interesting. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it, but so far I like it. I think it's really good. I also love the fact that the game has so many different side quests. It could take me hours upon hours to finish the amount of side quests I have so far, and I'm not even halfway done the game, so obviously there's a lot to do in it. So basically, I think the storyline is really good. It could have been improved, but for what we got, I feel like this isn't even that bad. Like, I like it. It's really interesting to see all the people that you meet and all like the different gangs and all that, and it's awesome. Next up, I want to talk about the graphics, and so far on the Xbox One X, I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, if you were to zoom into every little detail, it wouldn't really look that good, and that really comes to show when you maybe look at like a minor detail such as like the garbage can or like the trash that's lying around in the streets. It doesn't look that good. But if you look at Night City from afar, I generally think it looks pretty nice. It looks good. And obviously it will look way better on PC and the Series X and the PS5. It will look 100 times better in the previous gen. And it's obvious. The game was basically made to run best on next gen. And that's how it's going to be, and that's how it will be. But on the One X, I think it looks really good. I don't really have many complaints. Obviously, it does have a couple texture glitches where the textures don't actually load in properly sometimes. But hopefully that'll get fixed. And that's basically it. That's all I have to say for graphics. Finally, I just want to talk about how fun it is to drive around Night City. And what I mean by fun is when you're driving, sometimes you could see cop cars surrounding a crime scene. I find that kind of interesting, although it is something very minor. And it doesn't really affect you in any way. I find that kind of cool. And sometimes I would walk up to the cops and they get all aggressive and like back away from me and stuff. I also like the fact that there's sometimes gang shootouts. I've never actually seen it go down, but I would be driving and I would just hear gunshots coming from somewhere. And it's really cool to see all these like small things just play out while you're playing the game. Obviously, once they start fixing the bugs, and hopefully they add actually some more things, but like I said, once they start fixing the bugs, it'll be a lot cooler. To see all these small things happening in Night City. And honestly, that's basically all I really have to say. Now, should you buy the game? I think you should. Honestly, right now it's really worth my money. Maybe not for you. Maybe if you want like a fully fixed game that works perfectly fine, then maybe this game might not be for you for now. I know for a fact that they will fix the bugs and the game will be perfectly fine and will be playable. Like, so far it is playable for me, and I'm on console. I'm not like on PC or something. I'm speaking from a console perspective, and it's playable for me. Once I start rolling out the bugs, this game will be top notch, and it will live up to the hype. Obviously at launch, it really didn't. But like I said, if they fix the game fast enough and they don't leave it to the very end, if they fix it fast enough, the game will live up to its hype. And I feel like it will gain back some of its sort of needed acceptance. Like, it's really, the game's just been rejected so much everywhere. Like, everyone's shitting all over it, and it's just like, I get why, but it's at the same time, it's really fun, and it's a good game. And that's all I really have to say. Yeah, it's a short video. I have to actually play the game more to talk about it even more, but so far I think it's really good. And that's all I have to say. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, guys, enjoy, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.